Hey guys, this is Cori from Redefining Strength. Welcome to the Fitness Hacks Podcast. This is the show where I share all my free workout and nutrition tips. I'm not going to ever fill this episode with sponsorships or ask you to buy anything. All I ask in return is if you're enjoying the podcast to leave a review or leave a 5-star rating. Or even better, share it with someone you think it might help. This will only take a few minutes and would mean the world to me and possibly change the life of someone you know. So let's jump right in. I deserve results. I think we've all had that feeling at times where we're working really hard, trying to give something maximal effort, and then we get on the scale on that Sunday morning weigh-in, or we take those measurements, or we try on that article of clothing that we really want to fit a little bit better, and the results just aren't there after potentially a stressful week where we were trying to do everything right, where we felt like we were really giving it our all. And it's because we have this feeling, I deserve results because we worked hard. But unfortunately, effort doesn't guarantee an outcome. It sucks, but it's true. Effort does not guarantee an outcome. And the reason why is because all systems have to be working together and working together for long enough for results to snowball. And there's so many things that can impact that snowball. I started to think about how I could describe this to myself and even my clients because I get the frustration. I've been there, especially after a stressful week where I'm like, I'm doing the meal prep. I don't want to be doing it. I'm working out when I don't want to be working out. And then nothing's happening, right? The more you feel like you're really giving something your all and then not seeing the results, the more pain you're enduring, the more you expect the payoff. And when it's not there, oh gosh, it's so frustrating. So I was trying to think of a way I could explain it to myself so that when I had this feeling mounting, and when I saw this feeling mounting for clients, we could sort of alleviate a little bit of the pressure to help ourselves embrace continuing with the habits, even seeing opportunity in some of them to do a little bit more. And it's like driving on a highway. You could be driving really fast on a highway, going really fast forward. But if you're not on the right highway, you're driving really fast, not in the right direction. And so hopefully we are implementing, giving a lot of effort in the right direction, doing the right habits. And so it's a lot smaller than being on the completely wrong highway. But that is kind of the situation we're having to deal with sometimes is yes, we're going all in. We're doing a lot of stuff. We're going really fast forward. But A, it's going to take a certain amount of time, even if we are on the right highway to get to where we're going. But B, we have to even make sure we're on the right highway in the first place. And so sometimes if we feel like we are truly giving 100% effort and when looking at it, we are doing exactly everything as it is exactly laid out, and we have those systems designed, the effort is there, the system's there, and it's not working, hey, we're on the wrong highway. We've got to do a new system. Stinks, but there's a lot of experimentation that goes with getting results, especially as our body needs, goals, lifestyle, all evolve. Nothing works forever. I can tell you I've done a lot of systems that worked at one point that no longer work, and it's just shifting. So I've realized I'm on the wrong highway. Sometimes too, we just have to realize that, hey, I thought I was driving really fast, but my car was stuck not going anywhere, even though I was pressing on the gas, right? So in this situation, what might be happening is we feel like we're giving a lot of effort, but because we feel like we're working so hard, we don't notice all the deviations. Like if you think about some of the habits you might be doing when you're first starting out, that can feel really overwhelming. You're tracking, maybe you're trying to make changes to your protein. Maybe you're trying to work out when you have a lot going on and other priorities. And so because it feels like you're trying to make a lot of changes, maybe you're doing actually lackluster effort at each thing ultimately. But because it feels so overwhelming, it feels like you deserve results. It feels hard, right? We feel like we're enduring a lot of pain because those pain of the changes is overwhelming. But maybe we're tracking, but we're not really hitting our protein consistently. Or we're doing the workouts, but we're not actually pushing for the reps assigned. So we might realize that there's still opportunity to optimize the systems we're doing. Because while we're trying to press on the gas to go really fast, we're not ultimately implementing everything the way it should be as well as it should be, which is why results aren't snowballing. So there's a lot going on here. And I get that feeling. But when you have that feeling happen, this is why I wanted to do that assessment. Like, what is this like? I deserve results. What's going on there? And it is a feeling. We have to remember that. When we say that, we have to start to think, okay, well, why do I feel like I deserve results? Am I implementing the systems? And if you are, again, what systems might be off? What doesn't seem like it's working? Or hey, where have I not implemented systems as well as I could? What could I improve upon for this next week to see results? And then even realize that sometimes the I deserve is the feeling of enduring a lot of pain. So if this is too much pain right now and the payoff doesn't feel worth it, how can I put in a little less effort? How can I find systems that meet me a little bit more where I'm at so that I don't feel so overwhelmed with things? While we can't always change like the pain of staying stuck, we can change the pain of change, which means we can do a little less. We can do the minimum. Maybe instead of trying to hit a specific macro breakdown, we go to just tracking for a little bit. Instead of trying to train 5 days a week, we go to 3. How can we make that a little less painful so that we don't feel so overwhelmed, so deserving of results in a weird way, because we're not feeling like it's so painful to try and achieve them? And that will help us maybe embrace a little bit more patience with the outcomes. But we have to separate out effort from outcome because effort does not guarantee results. And even in doing that, we have to think about, with all this effort, what other payoffs are we actually seeing? Because so often we miss all the other ways that our effort is paying off because we're not reaching our ultimate goal as fast as we'd like. And we end up sabotaging ourselves, letting go of systems that are working just because we're not there yet. So you want to give yourself more ways to be successful. So think about, with this effort I'm putting in, if you're changing the types of foods you're eating, if you're changing up your workouts, am I feeling stronger? Am I sleeping better? Am I, able to do moves more easily, even though maybe the weight isn't coming off as fast as I'd like? Am I tackling new challenges? Was I able to go on a hike I wasn't able to go on before? Are my friends noticing even a change? Does my skin look healthier? Am I feeling like I'm not hitting that mid-afternoon lull in energy? Think about the other ways that your changes might be paying off, that the effort might be paying off, to make the effort feel more worth it, and to also allow yourself to give time the ability to work its magic to see results snowball. But you've got to find ways to keep yourself moving forward and giving that effort, or finding ways that that effort feels a little bit more worth it when you're not seeing the outcome exactly as quickly as you'd like. But just remember, I deserve results is often based on a feeling, and we really have to dive into that feeling, because as stinky as it is, effort does not guarantee results. We have to have the systems in place that drive us forward, and then we have to give time to work its magic. Thanks for listening to the Fitness Hacks podcast. Again, this is the place where I share all my free workout and nutrition tips. I'm never going to run sponsorships or ask you to buy anything. All I ask in return is, if you're enjoying the podcast, to leave a rating or review, or share it with someone you think it might help. This will only take a few minutes, and it would mean the world to me, and possibly change the life of someone you know.